Distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to proceed with the opening ceremony. Please stand for the national anthem, Nagaraku. Now, to bless the ceremony, I would like to invite Encik Kamara for the Dua recital.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا شقيا ولا محروما ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير اللهم طول أعمارنا وصحح أجسادنا وثبت إيماننا وواسع أرزاقنا وحسن أخلاقنا ونور قلوبنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم اجعلنا من أهل الخير واجعلنا من أهل البركة واجعلنا من أهل المغفرة اللهم اجعلنا من أهل الجنة واجعلنا من أهل الفردوس الأعلى برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم اجعل مجلسنا هذا مجلسا مباركا لأصحابنا وأهلنا وجيراننا وضيوفنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين Allahumma ya Allah, on this blessed morning in conjunction with the Malaysian National Banana Congress 2021, we beseech thee and grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servants, to live in a safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessings for flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of all that would be detrimental to the progress of this event. وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Kamara. To continue with the ceremony, it gives me great pleasure to invite Professor Dr. Rafina Yasmin Othman, Chair of the MNBC 2021, to give a brief background and aspirations of MNBC 2021. Professor Dr. Rafina is a Fellow of the Academy of Sciences Malaysia. She recently retired from University Malaya and currently holds several appointments, including as a specialist in the University Malaya Office of Industry and Community Engagement and an adjunct professor at UCSI Malaysia. Please welcome Prof. Yasmin.
Thank you very much, Catherine. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Good morning to all. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. On behalf of the University of Malaya and specifically the Center for Research in Biotechnology for Agriculture, I bid you welcome to our virtual gathering today. I wish we were here live, but you know, in this new normal, we take what we can get, and we're so happy that we have managed to gather today. All of you bonded by the common interest in our universal fruit, the banana. I must first thank the Vice Chancellor of the University of Malaya, Prof. Dato Engineer Dr. Hamdi Abdul Shukur, and the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Prof. Dr. Nur Saddah Abdul Rahman, for their support and encouragement that enable us to be here today. Thank you, Jim, especially, for sharing his insightful thoughts from halfway across the world. It's really thought-provoking, and you know, it just tells me that we should have done this really sooner, but sooner or later we are here, and we are here to really move forward in this exciting day. And to Prof. Jenny, of course, the Director of SEBA, for breaking the ice this morning. Thanks, Jen. It gives me great pleasure to introduce today the brand new edition of the Malaysia National Banana Congress, the MNBC 2021, curated by the Center for Research in Biotechnology for Agriculture, with a thought-provoking theme, Revitalizing the Banana Industry in Malaysia. It is also appropriate that the meeting today is held in the FAO's International Year of the Fruit 2021, in case participants are not aware. This morning's opening keynote brought the message clearly. Banana is a fruit that has so many levels of impact across the world, and yet it is less valued at its center of origin, and that includes Malaysia. And we are here really to address issues and take the opportunities. Issues on commerce versus diversity, climate change versus agriculture demand. What are the best practices? What is practical for us and the rest of the world? We hope to explore these questions in our Congress for the next 2 days. So in addition to the keynote, we will look forward to 5 plenary sessions, 5 scientific sessions, 2 roundtable special sessions, and hopefully a lot of opportunities for networking and discussion amongst participants, even though virtually. Feel free to use the chats, feel free to contact each other, feel free to really make the connections that will make our community really a vibrant one. Over the years, has consistently provided input and support to the banana industry through its research output, advice and consultancy, and its extensive networking both globally and locally. And we're happy today to be able to convene this gathering of friends, old and new, who are commonly committed to the improvement of the banana. In recent years, the growth of the banana industry in Malaysia has been affected by many factors, including emerging disease, competition for land use, and the shrinking agricultural workforce, resulting in an increasing inflow of imports of the fruit into the country. And what we fear most, the potential erosion of the diversity and knowledge base of the local banana resource. The MNBC 21 is a revival of sorts of an annual platform that can highlight the amazing collaborative system that supports the banana research community and the potential it has to drive the industry forward. In recent years, there has been a real revival of interest in banana as an important crop that has immense economic potential. There has been a steady increase and growth of data and information on banana, and the increased possibility of accelerated improvements with technologies such as gene editing, RNA technologies, microbiomics, and now big data and AI. And we hope with the introduction of all these exciting new approaches to breeding, and I do agree with Jim, breeding is the key to really mainstreaming diverse local banana resources into the mainstream as a mainstream commodity, that it may attract younger researchers, bigger collaborations, inter-university, international partnerships to really work on improving local banana or indigenous banana resources so that it can be competitive and commercial in its outcome. So the objective of this Congress are simple and straightforward: to bring together new and experienced researchers from throughout Malaysia and its collaborators in diverse multidisciplinary fields to share their output, ideas, and discuss future strategies. To introduce top-notch international researchers who are open to collaboration, and to complete the mix, to integrate the research community with key agencies, farmers, large and small, and industries that are able to drive the downstream ecosystem. The community needs to strategize together to move the banana industry of the future that can overcome the challenges we've mentioned before. This move is timely and is aligned to the National Science and Innovation Technology Policy 2 and the 10 by 10 strategy, which could provide the roadmap for embedding innovation and socio-economic impact into the banana industry. So In other words, as banana researchers, we need to speak the language. Policymakers, we need to speak the language of funders. We need to speak the language of the public in order to move the whole agenda of introducing innovation to the banana industry forward. But that's not all. It is well known that despite the fact that banana is the most widely grown and arguably the most popular fruit in the world, the majority of production is domestically consumed, creating income and opportunities to many small growers, and in some countries, providing key nutritional sustenance as a staple crop. Thus, the MNBC will also highlight social and community impacts of our research, as you'll be hearing in the meeting. In addition, the MNBC 2021 will see the soft launch, and Jim has alluded to this exciting event, of our upcoming citizen science initiative, the UN Banana Hunter Program, designed to encourage the public to appreciate the wide diversity of local banana while at the same time assisting scientists in locating and documenting banana natural resource that could be used in conservation and banana improvement programs. An outcome of the MBC is to be able to continue this engagement by providing a sustainable platform which will be a focal point for the Malaysian banana community and collaborators throughout the year. As a highlight of the MNBC 2021, the community can look forward to the launch at the end of the conference of the Malaysian National Banana Network, or the MNBN. I do hope that all participants will join us in this network and make it your own vibrant, exciting, and impactful community. Finally, behind every endeavor is a whole collective of dedicated people who have made it possible. Congratulations to the team led by Director of SEBA, Prof. Dr. Jennifer Harikrishna, almost all of whom are from the banana research community in UM, who have tirelessly given their time and passion to put up this exciting program together, including the thought-provoking and pre-Congress workshops. And one of the very successful workshops which attracted more than 100 participants was that on the extinction of banana in Malaysia. I think that really caught the imagination of the public. We also collectively thank and celebrate the coming together, even though virtually, of all the participants who have joined us to generously share their knowledge and experiences. A special thank you to our partners and sponsors who have generously supported this program, as well as industries who have joined us today. Thanks to Aridyne Mahat, Biolutions Resources, Next Gen Business Meeting Sarawak, International Tropical Fruit Networks, Taylor's University, Department of Agriculture, MAFI, Mardi, Simple Farms, the Petro Dish as our media partner, and many more. We look forward to seeing you in the MBN and at all our post-Congress events and at the next MNBC. Thank you again to all. I'm really excited to be here and to meeting you all in person throughout this meeting and after this meeting, hopefully face-to-face in the near future. We pray for our country, we pray for the world, and we pray for the resolution to these very challenging times. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Prof. Yasmin. Now, to officially open this Congress, we're going to play a video recording of the opening speech by Professor Dato Insigne, Dr. Muhammad Hamdi Abdul Shukur, Vice Chancellor, University Malaya. His message will be read by Professor Noor Saada Abdul Rahman, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research and Innovation, University Malaya. Let us all listen together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Dr. Jim Lawrenson, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Professor Dr. Rofina Yasmin Osman, Chairperson, Malaysia National Banana Congress 2021. Professor Dr. Jennifer N. Harikrishna, Director, Center for Research in Biotechnology for Agriculture in University Malaya. Honorable speakers, panelists, strategic partners, participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate the Center for Research in Biotechnology for Agriculture, or SEBA, who have taken the lead in organizing the Malaysian National Banana Congress 2021, despite the challenging prevailing conditions brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Banana is a significant fruit crop which has been a legacy for Malaysians, not just as the center of mega diversity of banana and as the world's most popular fruit, but one with broad socio-economic potentials. It lies second only to pineapple as Malaysia's top fruit export, and its popularity worldwide has been boosted by research output that has shown its nutritional benefits as source of vital nutrients, such as vitamin B6, potassium, as well as vitamin C, that helps the body absorb iron. Research has shown that the utility of banana plant as a source of sustainable biomass being an annual crop. True economic value of this crop for both smallholders as well as large plantations in Malaysia has yet to be exploited due to various constraints. is indeed excited to be at the forefront of research in this area, and we hope that we can contribute to transforming this industry forward. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, University Malaya itself is undergoing a comprehensive transformation to support its vision of being a global university impacting the world. The accumulated effort of the university in academia and research in its 100 years of existence has enabled it to be positioned amongst the world's best in providing solutions not just for national issues, but those that affect global population. Through its mission of pushing the boundaries of knowledge and nurturing aspiring leaders, is committed to bridging the gap between universities, government, industries, and the public, while at the same time championing a sustainable future through the exchange of ideas, knowledge, development of talents, and building partnerships and network. The pandemic outbreak has triggered factor to our country in realizing the importance of having a sustainable strategy for food production and security. Critical to this is the adoption of innovation and technology and the training of top-end talents that would support the whole value chain of the agri-food business. The Center of Biotechnology for Agriculture, or CEBA, is a center of excellence in ag biotech in University Malaya. It's aligned to University Malaya's vision to support research and innovation in agriculture, focusing on banana crop as an high-end strategic model system. UM's excellent track record of more than 50 years of comprehensive research and talent development on banana in areas such as breeding, genetics, molecular biology, biotechnology, and post-harvest technology, as well as its wide network of national and international collaboration is well documented. The momentum of research on these technology enablers needs to be continued and accelerated to enable transformation of the industries from the classical production system to a smart system that will reduce the usage of energy, land, and water, and give a positive impact to food security, climate change, and sustainability. This effort will need collaboration not just between the interdisciplinary groups at the university, but across the nation and internationally. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, University Malaya's management is committed to supporting efforts such as the NMBC 2021, in which you are all participating today. University Malaya is happy to take the lead in ensuring opportunities for cooperation through CEBA's short and long-term plans involving dedicated academic fellows and researchers, and particularly encouraging participations of young academic and postgraduate students who are committed in education and research to share their findings with the industries, agencies, and stakeholders in ensuring that banana industry in Malaysia is revitalized through the use of the latest innovation and approaches. I believe Malaysian researchers have embraced the latest technology in plant improvement and are excited to impart this knowledge to advance the industry forward. We strongly support the international collaborative network that will be enhanced through this meeting and encourage more two-way exchange between our researchers with new and old partners worldwide. I view this Congress a great platform to showcase the exciting and impactful output of the banana researchers in Malaysia and internationally. It also gives us a chance to acknowledge and recognize the banana icon who have contributed to banana research in the last 50 years and have built the foundation for international recognition and future work in the country. We especially welcome the participation of industries and supporting agencies who we hope will share their frank and open opinion on the state of the industry and the areas of academy-industry collaboration that can be further enhanced. So it gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Malaya to wish success to the Banana Congress, and I look forward to the outcome of a fruitful discussion and networking session amongst all the stakeholders over the next few days. Thank you very much.
Next, we would like to present a video entitled Celebrating Icons of Banana Research in Malaysia.
Professor Dr. Nuzulni Khalid is a great mentor or icon to most of her students. Her expertise is in plant biotechnology. She is a very dedicated lecturer to her students and would make sure that we have a conducive environment in the lab. A friendly but assertive attitude which drives us to obtain our success in career. Apart from her successful story in research and administrative position, she had also achieved many recognition during her career, especially in winning a competition either at the national level or international through grant that she and her team obtained. Her passion in research has also encouraged her to reach out to the community and industry. Her involvement in the community engagement is through Plant Biotechnology Incubator Unit that she had founded years back in early 2000. She believes something that is gained at the university should be returned to the community for mutual benefit. I hope that with her expertise, she could continue her passion by supporting the community by either through the university or individual platform. Last but not least, I pray for her well-being, especially during this pandemic. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank the selection committee for choosing me to receive this award. It is really an unexpected award for me. However, thank you very much for acknowledging my contribution to banana research and knowledge transfer activities. And this was not done alone. I had a crew of team. Now, starting from my mentor, I would like to thank Prof. Helen Nair, who brought me into this banana project, and Prof. Mark Chai as the collaborator, and the principal investigators, namely Prof. Rofina Yasmin and Professor Jennifer, and my team of young lecturers, namely Dr. Mahanom, Dr. Tan Bunchin, Associate Professor Yusmin, and Dr. Ardiana. And of course, my heartiest gratitude to my crew of postgraduate students, maybe about 20 of them, and funding bodies, namely UM, MOSTI, MOHI, and international funding bodies, namely IAEA, my international collaborators, John Innes Centre, University of Leicester, and Queensland University of Technology Australia, to name a few, and also funding from industries. And of course, I would like to thank my lab assistant who's been faithful to me, Puan Nur Azlina. I am very fortunate to have chosen banana as my crop of research because it allows me not only to publish in peer-reviewed journal, at the same time I could transfer knowledge to community and had the opportunity to become the founding director of a UM spin-off company that is Granatech Sdn Bhd. Now my wish for future generation is, I guess in the context of lecturers and researchers, life is about choices and you are responsible for your choices. So you could become the solution, the problem. You want to do less, you want to do more. The ball is in your court. You decide. Thank you very much.
Hi. So I first met Prof. Helen way back in 1992 in botany department when I was in my third year. And I was privileged to be working under her. I did my undergraduate thesis with her. I did my master's with her, and I started my PhD under her. And then when she retired and left, she was still a consultant to my PhD, and she helped me through all those times. So there are three things I would like to share with you about Prof. Helen, which comes to mind. The first thing is her passion. She's very passionate. She reads a lot about bananas, and even today, after many years of leaving the university, whenever she reads an interesting article about banana, she will share it with me. Her achievement in starting the banana research group in the post-harvest lab in UM and the vacuum pack technology that was developed under her was a turning point in banana research in Malaysia at that point, and I was privileged enough to be working under her. The second thing that you will realize when you meet Prof. Helen is her energy. Her energy level is incredible. You could never feel younger than her when you're with her because she never complains about being tired or or give excuses. She'll always be in the office like 7 something. When you go into the lab, she's there. When you're leaving at 5, she's still in the office. She'll always make time for students, and that is something truly remarkable. And the last thing is, I think, to do with drive to be successful, and she pushes everyone under her to be equally successful. She always told me, and the advice she gives me and she gave me at the time was just that she always tells that this is not we are not here for a popularity race. She said it's a job. We have to do our job. We have to be honest. We have to be passionate, and we must be driven. She said. So I take a lot of things that I do today from her. I try to be close to my students as how she was to with me. I try to be, follow all the examples that she has set for me, and I was truly privileged to have been her student. And until today, she's still a mentor in the post-hours lab and advisor, and I always look up to her as a truly inspiring person. So I'd like to say a big thank you to her for all that she has done for me as a person, to the department, and banana research in Malaysia. I think that was a remarkable thing that she has done.
My heartfelt thanks to Prof. Rafina Yasmin and the organizing committee for the Malaysian National Banana Congress 2021 for nominating me as a recipient for the Malaysia Banana Research Icon Award. I shall indeed treasure this award for the rest of my remaining life here. Although it has been more than 20 years since retiring from active service, research especially, It seems just like yesterday when I was successful in winning a grant from CSIRO Australia to begin banana research with my colleagues, Dr. Tung Heng Fong, the late Prof. Nawawi, and Dr. Kutubuddin. At that time, we found actually that the farmers in tropical countries were unable to ship their local bananas to temperate countries, as these fruits became overripe by the time they reached their destination. These tropical varieties were actually sweeter, but they were very sensitive to low temperature storage, which was used for the Cavendish varieties, which was the trading variety globally. I felt very strongly that we needed to help the local growers and find who had very good varieties that needed to be expanded and reach the global market. This then became my passion, alongside my work with orchids, of course, to help farmers solve their predicament. We spent the research funds I received from CSIRO to make an in-depth study of the tropical bananas, particularly the Mars varieties. To start with, I established a post-harvest biotech lab, and later with Prof. Noor Zulani on board, even a commercial tissue culture lab at the University of Malaya, dedicated to banana research. In my research, we found a novel method for exporting bananas by the vacuum packaging method. And these bananas then were able to last for more than 6 to 8 weeks under the tight pack condition, hermetically sealed, vacuum packed bananas. I did not register this as a patent, and instead the Vice Chancellor and us released it to the public. Our international collaborators were many, beginning with the CSIRO group in North Ryde, Sydney, with Dr. Brady and Dr. Neil Wade. Also, Prof. Alan Bennett from the Post-Harvest Lab in UC Davis, University of California, Davis, as well as Prof. Don Grierson from the University of Nottingham, and even a corporate member from Carl Jean Fresh, Dr. Raymond Shelley. Well then, what is my advice to the young scientists? Well, choose a niche area of interest to you and very close to your heart. Develop a strong passion for that area for your future work. Set targets to go for and read widely, network extensively, both locally and internationally, and strive for excellence, despite obstacles and barriers that may come up many times along the way.
Professor Mak Chai is an illustrious alumni of the University of Malaya, graduating with an honours degree and a master's in genetics from UM, and then on to Canada for a PhD in plant breeding. I'm also honoured to call him my mentor, especially in the field of banana research. Now, Prof. Mak Chai didn't start out by working in banana, but was instead collaborating with an industry partner, United Plantations, focusing on oil palm and its disease problem, Ganoderma. And this is when he discovered this wonderful crop. Banana was proposed as an intercrop to oil palm, and it was then that Prof. Mak decided that this crop had great potential for Malaysia. He took a very thorough approach on the issue of introducing this crop to industry. He knew that uniform planting material was critical, so he was instrumental in helping United Plantations to start one of the first industry labs for banana tissue culture in Malaysia. He knew the industry also needed better yielding varieties, and knowing that banana cannot be bred conventionally, he partnered with international researchers, specifically at the International Atomic Energy Agency, to use mutation breeding to select the perfect banana for Malaysia. And in 1994, he successfully launched nationally the high-yielding grand name variety, Nova Ria. Now, this brought limelight not only to University Malaya, but to Malaysia as a cutting-edge research center for bananas. He chaired the National Banana Working Group on Mutation Breeding, bringing together multidisciplinary research from around Malaysia, USM, UM, UPM, Nuclear Malaysia, and partnered with international collaborators as well as industry. I was very fortunate to have joined UM at this time, then as a young PhD graduate looking for some direction in my work. Prof. Mak saw the opportunity to to utilize my newly acquired molecular skills to enhance the banana program, doing work with him on molecular markers and analysis. I truly fell in love with banana from that moment. Prof. Mark introduced me not only to a crop with such potential, but also to an international community of researchers spanning universities and industries outside and inside of Malaysia. One thing for sure, Prof. Mark showed me the value of multidisciplinary collaboration and the importance of keeping up with cutting-edge research around the globe. I have to say, along the way, he taught me a thing or two about genetics as well, because I'm a microbiologist, I co-supervised several PhD students with him and truly value his guidance and generosity in sharing his knowledge as a senior academic. Prof. Mark should be an inspiration to younger researchers today on the importance of not only doing good science, but on the importance of multidisciplinary collaboration, not just with academia, but also with industry, to truly discover the issues and opportunities, both locally and internationally, so that Malaysian banana research can continue to flourish and make an impact to people and planet everywhere. Prof. Mark, you are an icon.
I feel very honored to receive the Malaysia Banana Research Icon Award in this Malaysia National Banana Congress 2021. This award has given me an opportunity not only to reflect on my past banana research journey, but also a time to remind us the contributions made by the first National Banana Research Project. For this, I'm truly indebted and very thankful to many people and institutions in this national project. It is difficult for me to recall names of so many people to whom I'm indebted to. Therefore, please forgive me if I unintentionally omit some people who have contributed tremendously to this project as well. From University of Malaya, I'm very grateful to my former colleagues, and particularly Professor Dr. Rofina Yasmin, Dr. Eddie Dio, Professor Dr. Yong Hoi Sen, and Professor Dr. Helen Nair and her team. From the United Plantation Berhad, the support and motivation given by the research controller, Mr. Tanya Pao, and the late tissue culturist, Madam Ho Yok Wah, in providing experimental plot, tissue culture facility, and hotspot for fusion screening are deep in my memory. For Malaysia Nuclear Agency, I'm very thankful to Dr. Rosdi Ibrahim and his team for providing gamma radiation facility for mutation induction studies. From USM, a special thanks to Dr. Liu Gongwei for undertaking fusarium pathogen studies, development of rapid screening technique, and field identification of resistant sources, including wild bananas. From UPM, I'm very thankful to Professor Marcia for the research on banana biochemistry and nutrition. My special thanks also to Marty for sharing of their banana germplasm. Last but not least, a special thanks to Mosty for the generous support of research grant. Not to forget also our international cooperative institution, particularly International Atomic Energy Agency IEA, International Musa Germplasm Transit Center in Leuven, Belgium, an international network for the improvements of banana and planting in Montpellier, France. I would like to say that banana research still remains as challenging as before. You may have access to more sophisticated and advanced technology. However, to progress our banana research, I still believe the magic and the power of multidisciplinary and multi-institutional approach, inclusive engagement, and capability buildings through training and sharing. Once again, thank you for the award. I wish all a big success.
I'm indeed honored to read the citation for Dr. Gurmeet Singh, who is being recognized for his significant contribution to the banana industry in Malaysia. Dr. Gurmeet played a key role in establishing the germplasm collection at United Plantations to conserve local varieties, including the rare cultivars. The germplasm was the basis of many thoughtful studies that led to optimal production of banana, planted either as a monocrop or as an intercrop with immature oil palms and coconuts. Dr. Gurmeet will always be remembered for the leadership he provided to his team. He encouraged the late Madam Ho Yok Wah to tissue culture banana in order to develop high-quality planting materials, which had a very large untapped market in Malaysia at that time. Soon, these tissue cultured plants, which were uniform, early bearing, and free of disease, became a very attractive proposition to farmers who embraced them wholeheartedly. This success was largely driven by Dr. Gurmeet personally due to his willingness to teach and transfer technology to farmers. At its peak, United Plantations was able to sell close to 1 million tissue cultured Intan variety, an amazing feat made possible by Dr. Gurmeet, a true icon of the industry. To ensure that smallholders and plantations alike continue to thrive in their efforts at cultivating banana, Dr. Gurmeet formulated a special fertilizer known as Bajaria to ensure that optimal yields are obtained. Realizing that managing pests and disease are essential for the long-term viability of banana, Dr. Gurmeet led a collaborative effort at establishing the Fusarium testing hotspot at United Plantation. This facilitated mutation breeding to develop varieties tolerant to Fusarium wilt. It was a very successful endeavor, as an early flowering short stature mutant known as Novaria was registered as a new variety. Numerous other varieties such as Mutiara, Suryamas, Lemak Manis, Jarum Ali and Tanduk, just to name a few, were also developed, which all have Dr. Gurmeet's creative signature. Dr. Gurmeet, a firm believer in bringing different expertise together for optimal results, forged many collaborations, especially in the area of post-harvest, with local institutions including University Malaya, MARDI, and the Malaysian Nuclear Agency. These collaborations established a fertile ground for exchange of ideas to help drive the banana industry forward in Malaysia. At a personal level, I feel very lucky to have had the opportunity to be associated with Dr. Gurmeet, whose focus and dedication to the task at hand will always be the motivation in my career. Competence, hard work, and always willing to learn and improve oneself are the qualities I strive to emulate from Dr. Gurmeet. More importantly, Dr. Gurmeet has not only been a mentor, but a friend, guide, and inspiration, all modeled into one. Moving forward, I hope retirement will never be part of Dr. Gurmeet's vocabulary, as his selflessness and dedication is needed to help the banana industry to thrive in the country. I believe many younger scientists and planters will benefit from his support and guidance as I am. Thank you.
Let me first thank the organizing committee of the Congress for conferring on me the Malaysian Research Icon Award, which I very much appreciate and value. I started work on bananas in the early 1980s when the company United Plantations decided to put up a tissue culture lab in the research station. The lab was primarily meant for oil palm, but then we included bananas into the program. And we had an excellent tissue culturist by the name of the late Miss Ho Yuk Wah, who developed the protocols for culturing of the bananas. And I would like to dedicate this award to her. Having developed the protocols, then we decided to go to the surrounding areas to collect suckers from the commonly cultivated bananas, Pisang Berangan, Pisang Mas, Pisang Rastali, etc. And we brought them to the lab for tissue culture, and having tissue cultured them, then we planted them in the field for selection of the superior clones. We did this off and on for about 2-3 cycles, and before long we had some very superior clones, particularly of Pisang Berangan, which we then registered as Pisang Intan. We also went into good agricultural practices to capitalize on maximum productivity of the bananas, like optimum planting density as a monocrop, and also as also for the density as intercrop with coconuts and oil palms, and also look into the fertilizer programs and management of pests and disease. Having developed the expertise on the crop, we then decided to go into mass production of tissue culture material for distribution and sale to the growers, banana growers. And before long, the demand picked up and we were producing almost 1 million plants a year, and anyone wanting to grow bananas or growing bananas would make a beeline. And we started to see very good quality bananas being sold in the marketplace. However, I regret to say that in recent years, the industry has stagnated and digressed, and something has to be done to revitalize this industry. We need to motivate our smallholders, including the youth, to take up agriculture, particularly banana farming, using the modern techniques, and also encourage the private sector and the oil palm plantations to go into commercial production of banana in some of their area. After all, we have the land resources in Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak. We have an ideal climate for the bananas, and we have good planting material, and we have good agricultural practices. All we need to do now is put all these ingredients together to produce a very vibrant banana industry. Remember, at the end of the day, Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, is the original center, origin origin of bananas, and we could make this the cradle of the banana industry by motivating our people to go into this industry and produce high quality bananas for export all over the world. To do all this, I propose that we set up a banana working group or a banana council comprising of the relevant government agencies, the universities, and the private sector. This group will then spearhead the development of the banana industry and take it to a new level. We have everything going for us. After all, we have developed beautifully the rubber industry, the oil palm industry, the cocoa industry, the coconut industry, and we can do that for bananas. We got to have the will to do it, and I fully agree that if we are willing to do it, with all the resources that we have, we can be successful and become a prominent banana player in this part of the world, like Philippines is. Philippines is one of the major producers of bananas, exports much of it to China, to Japan. See. We also can do that. Thank you very much.
We hope you are inspired by our amazing icons, and you will be able to read all about our experts, other icons, and much more when a new publication will be released in January. Look out for the launch of 50 years of Banana research, providing solutions, producing talent, and partnering globally. Now, we would like to present Introducing Citizen Science Banana Hunter Project. This is an initiative by a group of based multidisciplinary researchers with interests to explore, document, and get the public involved to learn about the diversity of local bananas.
Bananas are one of the world's most popular fruits and loved by millions worldwide. These fruits are grown in tropical and subtropical regions around the world. Nevertheless, the future of bananas is uncertain. What's happening now is that banana plantations are under serious threats from diseases and climate change. The cultivated bananas are grown as a monoculture. They are clonally propagated and genetically the same. Also, despite the huge variety of delicious bananas that grow in Malaysia, very few of these are used commercially. This makes banana plantations susceptible to diseases. It is not impossible that the cultivated varieties such as Cavendish and Grana might be lost, like what happened to a once popular cultivar known as Rose Michelle in the 1950s. So, what do we do? One of the ways to address these problems is to create stress and disease-resistant varieties using breeding and biotechnology approaches. As the cultivated bananas are monoculture and lack genetic diversity, we rely on the other banana species, especially its wild relatives, for banana improvement. Malaysia is the center of diversity for bananas, including wild and cultivated varieties. There are at least 145 accessions that have been documented, but these represent only a small portion of the unrecorded data. Thus, a team from University Malaya has initiated a project called the Banana Hunter Project, aiming to contribute to more accurate and reliable local banana collections. The Banana Hunter project is a citizen science project that requires participation and input from the public. To achieve the goal, an online mobile application is being developed which allows scientists and the public to deposit their observations and the geographical location into the Banana Hunter project database. We believe that with the support of the Malaysian public, our effort will be fruitful and contribute to the conservation of bananas in Malaysia, ultimately preventing the loss of the fruit.